Okay, guys, I mentioned that I will make a video and show a USD Canadian dollar entry that I made a few days ago, and it was on day one that I saw supply. You know by now that I like special supply with an engulfing candle. So here we have a bearish one, and I marked the area, waited for market to come back to it, and it did with this candle. And that is where I was looking for a CB1 at 4 hours, and as you can see, market went deep, very deep. What is happening? My arrow. Okay, it went very deep and past the area. But if you look at D1, it's a wick, so the body didn't close outside, so it's not violated, so the area is still valid. All right, so it went way past the area and came back with a strong candle. On daily, if I go back, you will see a long wick that closed even below the area, meaning this area is still valid, guys. It is a valid supply. So at 4 hours, it's a valid supply. So it came back in, and this candle is my CB1 already. You can see it just came back there and came making a CB1, breaking everything else. So I just pulled my Fibo, but this is 4 hours, guys. So this is where risk management is very important. I mean, if you enter here at 4 hours, a sell, and this drawdown can take you out very easily, very, very easily. If you enter here, because it's 4 hours, it's still the same story. Even here, depending on the lot size you are using, because it was a 4 hour CB1, I had to be very careful, very, very careful, because I used a small lot here. I didn't use any of this. No, I entered only one there, but my main entry was entry 0. This I didn't add anything because it was 4 hours. So I ruled entry 1 and 2 out. That I put my sell limit at entry 0, 50%, another at 38.2. My stop loss is always behind the wick there. So it came, and I was in drawdown. This drawdown, let me do this. Let me use from here to here. It was a drawdown, and it took time, a lot of time. But I waited for it because this strategy is like set and forget. So I just put my entries and whatever the market, but it was bothering me because it delayed here. That was what bothered me. I tried to ignore it, but once in a while you will remember that you put some traces and your heart just jumps, even though you were sure about the setup. But the only thing that kept me was you didn't violate the setup at all. And so when I saw a double top here at some point, I was now smiling, and that I caught it very well, and then it dropped. My TP1 was hit quite easily, and the thing dropped to TP2. I think I took almost all at TP1, only one here, because I don't like being too sure. I don't like being too sure. After all, there is no strategy that is 100%, and market does what it does. So TP1 was hit, most profits taken. Break even was set for me to take TP2, and luckily for me it broke a trend line. There was a trend line, that was broken. There was a trend line like that. It was broken. Yeah. And it hit TP2. And I'm satisfied with this trade. I had showed it to somebody, and they were laughing while the thing was going against me here. Like this, while it was going there. Yeah, but look at what happened. I didn't have much to say. I just sent a screenshot and a video of the same trade, so to the person, and now they were laughing positively because this strategy, if it didn't hit stop loss, I'm still selling. Even look at this, even there were just too many confirmations. Let me show you something. With that strategy, it was enough. But look at this also. If you understand QML, you will understand this. Higher high, lower low. QM cell. And it had a very strong shoulder with a double top on the left. You don't beat that. It was a combination of two powerful entries, because QML is an entry. This is an entry for QM cell also. Those who use QML would have sold too. It was going to be the same. They would have sold, and it dropped hard. We both know that QML is one of the most powerful strategies that I know anyway. Entry. So it was really important. Look at this also here. I saw this. When I saw this, I mean, I don't know what that guy was thinking, because there was KML also. Look at this double top also. I mean, everything was pointing towards the same thing. Anyway, I'm not trying to rant about anything here. I just didn't understand why was he trying to mock me or anything. But that aside, what did I see? A base cell, bearish engulfing candle. As you can see, mark the zone, went to H4. Actually, let me mark it correctly. I must have moved it a bit. Yeah, because it has to cover the body of that candle. Yeah. Alright. Then H4 came back to the zone, which also happens to be QM cell zone. And from there we broke the trend line. Hit the TP1 and TP2 out of the market just like that. Okay guys, I think by now you have seen a lot of my trading, and you have seen the power of the base entry, because market, basically this strategy is based on the fact that market moves from base to base. Just that, base to base. This is a rally based drop kind of base. It is a supply rally based drop. As you can see, it just rallied. It was rally, base, rally, base, rally. So, and you can see that this is a rally. Then we created that base sale. Let me show you. Where is that? Okay, let's do that. You can see now that this is a bearish engulfing candle, the one I have already pointed at here with the arrow. Yeah, this very one. So it means now we have a rally, base, drop, because it was a bearish engulfing candle. So the rally, the base was small. I can't draw it here. Let me try to expand this thing, because this base was here. You can see that it's rally base, rally, drop. That's what we want. That is why we have a bearish engulfing candle, and that's a zone for sell. I looked for CB1 at 4 hours, and it was a very massive candle. So it created a big sell zone. So this is where risk management was needed. I knew if you enter at entry 1, they will try to take you out. They will retrace all the way. So I waited for I set a limit for 0, and the one and this one here, I didn't use 23.6. I think I didn't use that one. I think I used entry 0 and 38.2 only, but I was in a drawdown. Alright, finally it dropped, and in the money I was. Okay guys, just subscribe, comment, set your notification bell. As always, remember, Jesus Christ is the Lord. Thank you guys.